Nintendo and Level 5 Incorporated. There you go. And MobiClip video codec. Well, Burda, and welcome to the InstaSim channel. Today I'm playing Professor Layton and the Curious Village. It's a game I actually really enjoyed as a child because it's got a lot of problem solving, and I do enjoy problem solving myself. So yeah, I actually like problem solving a lot, and I actually really enjoyed this game as a child. I actually really like the Professor Layton series, to be honest. I had the first 3 games on my DS when I was younger, and after that I didn't get any of the others, but I would have liked to, but I didn't have a Nintendo 3DS, so I couldn't have bought them. So anyway, so Professor Layton and the Curious Village. I really enjoyed this game, and it's got a lot of problem solving involved in it, so it's kind of one of the reasons why I did enjoy it. Now, I am running this on an emulator, so there may be a few sound glitches here and there, but just ignore those, and I'm going to be playing the game. So we're going to start a new game. And now for some of the cutscenes I won't mute myself and stuff. Also, when I do mute myself, you will see error loading, load slot 8 or whatever. The reason why is because the key that I bind to unmute myself and stuff is also the same key binding that's to load different load states, which is kind of annoying. But just ignore it, that's not important to the game at all. We're just here for the actual game, aren't we? I'm just here recording the game. Now, I do know about the Nintendo stuff, like how they tend to claim videos. That they claim monetization on videos which are basically made but for the games that they have pretty much made or published. Now, this is technically published by Nintendo, but it's actually been published by Level 5 Incorporated. Now, I do not know if they're going to claim this video, but if they do, there's not going to be any problem. I don't think there's going to be a problem anyway. I have looked into it a little bit, but I haven't looked into it too much. So there shouldn't be a problem if my videos do get claimed. However, they might get claimed by Nintendo because technically they don't allow people to make videos of their content. Now, it is a little bit annoying because I really wanted to do this game anyway on my channel. I just saw Teal Game Master doing Spectre's Call, and that's basically what he's doing. He's going chronologically, so he's starting off with whichever one had the events which started first. I'm going in the order that they came in the series, so I'm going to start with Curious Village, then go on to whatever the next one was, which I think was Pandora's Box. I absolutely loved Pandora's Box, by the way. And then I'm going to go over to Lost Future. I also really enjoyed that one as well. The Curious Village, I didn't really enjoy it as much as the others, but it's kind of the same way with me anyway. I mean, I usually like the second and third games of a series, not much of the first. Same with Ratchet & Clank. I enjoyed Ratchet & Clank 2 and 3, not too much of a fan of Ratchet & Clank 1, but I still enjoyed it. I mean, I still enjoyed making videos on it at the channel, and I'll probably enjoy making videos of this as well. So I'm going to call myself InstaSim. Now, for cutscenes, I'm not going to be muting myself unless they're like the video cutscenes which have talking in them, but other than that, I won't mute myself, so let's start the series. To my dear friend InstaSim.
The things we saw that day in the village became a secret we would have to keep from everyone for the rest of our lives.
Interesting.
Because, you see...
I see what? And also, because this is on Nintendo DS, then you're going to have a few areas where it's not going to be using the 2 screens. So very on this bit. It's only using the bottom screen in it, so...
I don't understand, Professor.
Don't understand,
Why are we going
Professor?
to help solve an inheritance dispute?
I don't know. Why are we going to solve an inheritance dispute then, Professor? Let me know.
Look, my boy, do you really think I would take on such an ordinary request as that?
Of course not. Herschel Layton doesn't do ordinary requests, does he?
Oh no, this This is an altogether unique and exciting situation, and it has piqued my intellectual curiosity.
Okay, that's fair enough.
But I suppose it would be best to explain the case before we arrive at our destination.
Okay, explain the case then. I want to listen to
2 months ago, Baron Augustus Reinhold passed away.
It's nice to know, isn't it? It's very nice to know.
Shortly after his death, his will was disclosed. The contents of it were fascinating, to say the least. The Reinhold family treasure, the golden apple, is hidden somewhere within this village.
Interesting.
To whomever successfully locates this treasure, I offer the whole of my estate.
That seems like a pretty big prize for an apple, don't you think?
Naturally, those who attended the reading of the will immediately set out in search of the golden apple.
Of course they did. I mean, they're offering a whole estate for an apple. Who wouldn't want to go and search for the flipping thing?
But in the end, everybody came back empty-handed.
It's obviously hidden somewhere then, isn't it?
It turns out that no one had even heard of such a treasure existing, until its mention in the will.
Okay, fair enough.
Wow, that's some puzzle, all right.
Yes, it's some puzzle indeed, isn't it, Luke?
Quite. Augustus Reinhold staked his entire fortune just to create one more puzzle before his death.
So, his entire fortune before his death went to make a puzzle. Okay.
What a perplexing individual. I wish I could have met him while he was still alive.
Okay, that's fair enough. I don't know what happens before Curious Village yet. I think this was the 5th chronologically in the series. Then it goes to Pandora's Box. Spectre's Call is currently the 1st in the series, as in chronologically. But I don't know what happens in that because I haven't actually seen any gameplay of it. I might actually watch Teal's gameplay of Spectre's Call just to sort of basically like so I know what goes on. I have played Curious Village, I've completed Curious Village to a certain extent. I've completed Pandora's Box and I've completed Lost Future before, and those are the only ones I've actually completed, so...
It certainly sounds like you two would have got along, Professor.
Probably, considering he likes puzzles so much.
By the way, just what is this golden apple anyhow?
It's probably just an apple, isn't it? What if it's like a toffee apple or something? What if you're just gonna eat it? I don't know.
Some speculate it's a rare antique, while others say it could be a gem, yet its identity remains elusive.
Very nice.
But Luke, I can't shake the feeling that this matter is linked to some larger mystery. Something huge.
Something huge indeed. Let's see what that something huge is.
Aha! Is that your famous intuition at work again, Professor?
Of course it is. It's his famous intuition, isn't it?
Well, our first step is getting to town.
Of course it is. Why wouldn't it
This
be?
is all so exciting.
Very exciting indeed, Luke.
I hope St Mystere is ready for the famous archaeologist and puzzle-solving detective, Professor Layton.
Oh, Luke, you know as well as I do that I am no detective.
Of course you're not a detective, and what are you?
Augustus Reinhold's wife, Lady Dahlia, has asked me to investigate the situation.
So he's not a detective, he's an investigator. Fair enough.
It seems she came across my name by chance when reading an article about me in the papers.
Okay, fair enough.
And you immediately decided to take her up on her request.
Of course, why not? It's a great offer, isn't it? You get a whole estate for an apple.
Well, Luke, a true gentleman never refuses the request of a beautiful lady.
If you say so, Professor.
We should be nearing the town by now. Look at the map in the envelope and help me with directions.
Right you are, Professor. What in the... What's this?
It's a map.
Lady Dahlia seems to have given us a test. We'll need to decipher this map in order to find the village.
Yeah, we'll have to
She
decide
wants to
this
see
map.
if we're capable of cracking the mystery surrounding the Reinhold fortune.
I'm sure Professor Layton will figure out what to
Care
do.
to give it a go, Luke?
Yeah, let's have a go.
I'll do my best. A puzzle like this should be no problem for the apprentice of the great Professor Layton.
Of course not. No
Very
problem.
well then, Luke. I'll leave this one to you. Think of it as a warm-up for things to come.
There you go, puzzle. Puzzle 001, where's the village? Now, the first few puzzles are quite easy actually, and then they go more difficult. Now, I'm not going to be able to... well, it is possible for you to actually get every single puzzle in the game. There's like, I think 100 or 200 of them in total. The problem is, there's so many of them and they're scattered around everywhere. I'm probably not going to be doing all of them in this series. I might do that at the end of the series, it depends how I feel. However, I might just check the wiki to see where they are as well. So, after finishing the series, that is. So, this is the first puzzle, so... Go to puzzle. Draw a circle around the village in one stroke. Once you've circled your selection, tap submit. So, what they have is they have clues up here. Oops. Please redraw your circle. What they have is they have clues up here, and then what you have to do is you have to circle something over here. So, my village is on a road that leads to no other village. I look forward to seeing you there. Use your stylus to draw a circle around the right village, then touch submit. So there's 5 different villages that you can select. Now, you need to see which village doesn't go anywhere else. So, this one goes to there, this one can go to there, and vice versa. So I actually I've done the first 3 puzzles already, so I know what to do. So I actually had a quick go at this earlier. So that's the village that we need to go to.
Well, here's my guess.
Hey, I actually had a quick go at the game
Layton's
like
apprentice saves
before
the day.
recording, so I kind of know in the theory what to do. So for the first 3 puzzles, and then after that I'm completely blind. That's correct, the only village that isn't connected by any road to another village is the one in the upper left area of the map. It looks like you're all ready to start solving puzzles. Perfect.
There we go. Now we should be able to make our way to the village.
Of course we can.
Right you are. We should see it on the horizon any moment now.
Huh? Professor? Do you mean to say you've already worked out the village's location?
Of course he has. He's Professor Layton, isn't he? He's an investigator. He can pretty much solve puzzles with his eyes closed.
I'm afraid I couldn't help myself. A basic puzzle like that is easy enough to solve with a glance.
This is it, enough to solve with a glance. It's enough to solve with a glancing. Of course it is, isn't it? Right,
Anyhow, you'd best gather your things, Luke. We've arrived.
that was quick. Right. Right. I do like the theme songs to Professor Layton, actually. They're pretty nice. Touch. Let's go. Now, I don't think there's actually voice from now on, so... Oh. Actually, never mind. My mistake. Ooh. Interesting. Yeah, so there's no vocals from now on. So that was the first quarter of an hour, which was just a cutscene. It appears that this drawbridge is the entrance to the village. And we're stuck on the outside. What should we do, Professor? Oh, look over there. There's a man standing on the other side of the river. Maybe he can help us. Tap an area to investigate. Wait, what? So you can tap your car. You can basically tap anything. Not even a Layton mobile could make it across the river, huh? But of course, much as I adore the contraption, it's just a car after all. Yeah, it's this guy we need to talk to. Good day, sir. We very much like to gain access to the village. Could you please drop the bridge for us? Do I look like the sort to go drop in the bridge for a bunch of fancy looking outsiders? I'll pretty much put a few voices to people like, You've got a lot of nerve. We received a letter of invitation from Lady Dahlia. I don't suppose that changes things, does it? From Lady Dahlia? Well then, I'd love to lower the bridge for you, smarty pants. But the engine is broken, I can only move the ballast bridge with the hand crank. There's all these infernal slots I could put the crank in, but I ain't got a clue which one to use. So, Brainbox, you got any idea which one is the right one? I think I may have put the wrong voice to him, but I don't care. I like doing voices. There's no way to lower the bridge and get across without inserting the crank into the correct slot. Choose the slot that fits the crank shown below. Tap the crank to change the view angle. So basically, with this angle, you can pretty much work out that it's this one.
Luke, here's my answer.
You know if it's correct on the third one because he's happy. Now I will show you a sad version of him later, but I'll only do a quarter of an hour. I'll stop the episode after this one actually. So, nice job. Now I've dropped the bridge. Right. Oh, that'll do it. Hold on a second. I'll let her down. Sounds very angry. I'm gonna say it again, but I just don't feel right about letting outsiders into St Mystere. But if you're Lady Dahlia guests, I guess I'd better. At least give her my regards, you hear? Puzzle 002, the crank and slots is now in your puzzle index. Yeah, so you can basically go back and do the puzzles again if you want to, but that's up to you. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to have them voices, like, they're probably not appropriate to them, to their characters, but it's not very... Yes, we finally arrived in St Mystere. I'm so excited. I wonder what mysteries await us here. Hahaha, well Luke will find out soon enough. Just be careful not to let your excitement could cloud your ability to analyse your surroundings. I say Luke, this is a perfect time to explain how to move about during our investigation. Give the shoe icon in the lower right corner of the touchscreen a tap with your stylus. Well, I'm not using a stylus, I'm using a touchpad, so... After you do this, a set of arrows will appear on the screen. Tap on to head in that direction. So remember, when you want to move, just tap the shoe. Go on, then give it a try. Yes, so you just tap the shoe and there we go. Right, so I'm actually going to end this episode here, because we're at about 20 minutes now, and we've done 2 puzzles, so we're doing fairly well. But I think there's a pause feature later on in the game, but I'm just going to save using the emulator save slot. So I'm just going to save it. So yep, save to slot 1. Perfect. So I'm going to end this episode here. So thank you so much for watching this episode of Professor Layton and the Curious Village. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to like this video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. It'll help me out a lot and you get more videos like this. Also, don't forget to like my Facebook page, follow me on Twitter and on Twitch, and as always, I will see you all in the next video. Until then, goodbye.